This is the untold story of Carlos Wickreen, trained by the DEA, Mossad, and Fidel Castro. He was the right hand man of Panamanian dictator Manuel Noriega. And the author of The Right Hand Man, Killian Dunn, went to Panama headfirst to find out another side of the story. But how much of this book is fact and how much of it is fiction? I recently read a book called The Right Hand Man by Killian Dunn, and I want to talk about it. Now, The Right Hand Man is a really interesting book. It's a brand new perspective on the story of Panama in the 70s and 80s, and it's all through the eyes of Carlos Wickreen, a triple spy who was trained across the board, has done all kinds of intelligence work in his life, but also a man that was looking to create his legacy and put it on paper. And that's where Killian Dunn came in. Killian Dunn went to Panama to research this book and meet Carlos Wickreen to see if he could uncover a new side of the story of Panama and the United States relationship, which he absolutely does. But the thing about this book that's interesting is not only do you get the perspective of Killian Dunn beginning to understand Panamanian politics and history, but you also get the perspective of Carlos. So this book is told in two different points of view. And so when you're reading the pieces about Carlos Wickreen, you're really wondering how reliable of a narrator he is. And I think the formatting of the book is what made the book the most interesting to me because I'm so used to reading history books where the information is laid out neatly for me. With this book, it really sat with me for a little while after I finished reading it because I really wasn't sure if I could really trust Carlos Wickreen at all. Also, it gives you a brand new lease on the story of the relationship between Panama and its massive northern neighbor, the United States. And I know for me, after reading this book, I feel like I have even more reading to do because this was only a piece of the story and it was such an interesting piece. So being able to build out my worldview about this particular piece of history will really inform my reading on this book even more. If you want to support an indie author, read The Right Hand Man by Killian Dunn. It's a really interesting perspective on a story that we think we know, but maybe we don't. You'll have to read to find out.